Welcome to the Private Reception Podcast. I'm your host, Paris Della Penna. This is the #1 podcast for artists and creative and unique individuals. We are being presented by the Acosta Strong Gallery in Santa Fe. We're on Canyon Road, a hub of the arts. And our first guest today is Brandon Sanderson. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So let's just jump right into it. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what kind of art or creative work that you do?
Yeah, sure. So I am a Native American artist, but I hate using that word. Everyone starts like that. So I'm an artist who happens to be Native American. Me and my family have always been into the arts, and I just was born around that all the time, everywhere. Same with yourself as well, right?
Yeah, so, my mom and things like that.
Yeah, so we were always around all the arts and all that. And eventually you do catch on, and it is something that we molded and all that. My father, he's Cody Sanderson, so he was the one who started the company. And my mother is a seamstress. She sews for the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So just being around that cultivated a lot of that. Mm-hmm. And now I do music, photography, videography, just being creative.
You do a lot, yeah.
It's fun. And it's very easy for us to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely, why we come together on a lot of things, certainly. And I think, it does trickle down in one way or another, just being around creative people. I know my mom definitely inspires me a lot, although she's more of a painter and I do everything else.
But still, you're still like involved with colors and vibrant things that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's it's just kind of the world of being an artist, and it is tough, and I think that's also the kind of origins of having sit downs like this, is just kind of getting a perspective on what it's like and what's going on in the creative world.
And it's something that we need to do ourselves to put ourselves out there and actually show the world that there is something happening here in Santa Fe for younger people, not only retired people or artists that have lived here since the 80s.
Yeah.
They have like a good space, because they were here before it was cool to be here. It was like, I'm going to Santa Fe, I'm going here.
Yeah, it's
so they have they're almost grandfathered in again. But us being in the digital age, we don't know what we're doing here. I'm born and raised. You're born and raised?
Yeah, I was born here, just kind of being involved in it, and being raised here. It is a totally different perspective as opposed to being from a bigger city and wanting to get away or run here. I mean, I think it is a creative kind of gem in America. It's a very unique area. I think a lot of people do feel better about coming here, from some of these bigger places.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot calmer. And, if you need a little space to create, I don't think there's
come over here.
Better place.
Another thing too I want to let the audience know is we were born here, but we have traveled amongst here. Mm-hmm. I've been to Japan, Australia, Paris. Not this Paris, but not this Paris.
Yeah, you've been all over the world,
man. I've been, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's been really fun. And then you traveling as well. We're not super, I guess, New Mexican, Santa Fe, New Mexican in that way.
Yeah,
but I think we have a best of both worlds, and also we are somewhat cultured in regards to other art aspects of things too.
Yeah, I think that's when you really get a good understanding for Santa Fe, is when you take a little trip out and then really see it and then come back. It kind of provides a different level of perspective and appreciation.
Yeah, for real. I just see everyone out there hustling crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And over here it's really easy to get comfortable.
Yeah, it's definitely a different pace, definitely slower, So, yeah, how would you, describe your style or creative voice in the work that you do?
I would just say like it's my eye.
Mm-hmm.
I just view things a certain way. Always watching movies when you're growing up as a kid. We never really had much money growing up, and my favorite thing about growing up was on a Friday night or Saturday night where like maybe the bills are paid but we don't have a lot of money to have, so we'll go to Blockbuster on the airport.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad, they'll rent a rated R movie. Not that rated R, but like a horror movie rated R. My mom never let me watch rated Rs.
Yeah.
Only PG-13, PG movies, and me and my little sisters. I mean, I have two brothers, one little sister.
Yeah.
But then we would always have that family night of watching something, and I think that made me have like a cinematic eye and noticing things like, oh, this is how that works, and this is how that works. And then when I started acting being a child actor, that's when I actually learned like, oh, this is how things work and this is how that works. So
yeah,
that's what helped me with that.
Yeah, totally.
First. That's only one thing, and then everything else leads to other things.
Yeah. No, I think the early years taken in.
Because even like my style too, it's like I don't even know what this is. I'm wearing Wranglers and some. What are these? I got these in Robert Graham's. These are nice. I got these in Scottsdale or Phoenix. I forgot. I'm wearing Tabi socks.
Yeah, those are nice, man. The socks are nice too.
I don't know Tabi shoes, but they're comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, just to touch on like your creative voice and your style, I mean, I think it is very unique, and it's certainly something that I've personally seen impact a lot of artists, younger artists and older artists. So you do a lot to kind of set a unique tone and a unique voice with what you're doing. It's a little hard to put a specific word on it and to just highlight it, or like an umbrella term for it.
I kind of feel like the vibe of it would be because same thing, we're pretty much almost the same age anyway. So it's like we grew up without phones and technology, but then we grew into it.
Yeah.
Because now it's either one or the other. Like your older sister or my older brother, they didn't grow into that. They just had TV, Pokemon. You watched Pokemon in the morning. Yeah. And then now that my niece is born, she's all on her iPad. She's playing Roblox. It's like we're like right in the middle. That's what kind of makes us kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean,
before the digital age and after the digital age, like we're right there in the middle.
Yeah, I was reading something today. I mean, there's kind of different ways people try to talk about like Gen Z people or whatever. We're sort of right between Gen Z and millennials, but I think we're definitely more of like the Gen Z side, but
I don't even know like which OG one means anything.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't like matter however you want to call it, but I think a lot of that stuff growing up, it's a different perspective than nowadays where it's just 24/7, everything is like in your face, and we kind of had to go out a little bit more and get specific, things that we enjoyed, or, things that might have inspired us or affected us, down the road. So, I mean, I think we're from a good time.
It's a weird time.
Definitely.
But we definitely have a head start on things.
Totally, yeah. So when it comes to creating things, whether it's music, fashion, films, photography, what's your creative process like? How do you begin creating? Is there anything that you do that gets you in the mood to work on things, or when you start to sit down? Yeah,
I think my creative process would be, I did have it in the bag a little bit, but I have gone off the rails a little bit. So
that's a part of it,
when you get older too, it's just like, let me try a different routine, let me try this routine. But I think the one that did work really well that I overlooked was waking up early, trying to go to the gym early,
Mhm.
but you still have that. You're closer to REM sleep.
Right.
So
yeah.
you're working out. You're working out your mind still, and you're still tired too. You're still like lifting, and you're still tired. But also too, is when I did work out, I would like have a lot of phlegm. I'm like, and like spitting and like drinking
Mhm.
water and like,
Mhm.
and so I would do that and then go to the studio.
Mhm.
I wouldn't shower. I'd work out heavy, run, do cardio, whatever, go to the studio. And because I released all of that phlegm and all that, and like my voice is clear, my nostrils are clear and everything, I have a good like heart rate and all that. I can go loud as fuck in the studio. I could rap long. My stamina is longer in the studio. Like I made a lot of good songs just working out and then doing that.
Yeah.
And that was the old me,
Mhm.
but now I kind of want to take things slower. So I'm just like, what do I feel today? Or if something's calling me today. But it does depend. My 5 o'clock, depending on what I do in the morning, makes my 5 o'clock.
Mhm.
That's what it is. So it's really not chosen.
Right.
It's either music tonight or photography tonight or editing tonight. But it does depend on those early morning,
Right.
that scene, that ritual of what you do. Maybe someone bumped your coffee and you're pissed. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well then someone was being an asshole at work. Like, you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna play video games today. I don't wanna do shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pissed off at everybody. So you're not gonna work that day. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then if you have a good ass day, maybe meet a fine shorty too or something. And then you're like, you know what, I'm feeling in the mood today. I want to try this today. I'm gonna make some music today. Or maybe you met someone at the coffee shop that morning and there was just a good vibe. And then you're like, hey, let's possibly work on something in a future project. Just have a meeting about it. And then that leads to something else. Like every day is a different day. And I think you planning it is really good in the long run. But if you want something instant, then it has to be random.
Yeah. So you kind of just get like a creative sense and just listen to your feelings
Intuition,
and flow with what feels good in that moment.
I'm very fortunate enough that I can do that. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
I
people that no, they.
I mean, you do
they're
a lot.
They're stuck with this job, and they're like, I can't wait to. That's what another motivator too. I wake or like someone will be 9 to 5, work, and then but the whole time I know that they're working because I know a lot of friends. They'll be having their AirPods on, headphones on. They're listening to tight beats all day. So when it's 5, 6, they come to the studio. They're like, yo, I got 6 beats already. And then when on my break, I wrote to 2 songs. Okay, I know where you have it already. So let's just record it right now.
Yeah.
And you have that energy already. That's almost like a second wind.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a lot going on, so it's understandable that, like, you know, different things you're working on would have, you know, different approach creatively, or different things require more time than others. I guess, you know, just a little follow-up question that comes to mind is, you know, whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, or whatever project, whoever you're with, is there a way that you deal with creative, like, burnout? How, when you feel like you're running out of energy, do you feel like there's some way that you can get more inspired? I mean, on the topic of people having jobs, I mean, everyone has a lot going on, you know, but I think it is hard for some people to get those strokes of inspiration or feel inspired to do different things, or maybe listen to that creative call to do certain things. Is there something you do, or a mindset that you get into that gets you out of certain slumps?
I think the only mindset would be self-degrading. You're just like,
yeah, no, totally.
Damn, bro, like, what am I doing? Like, yeah, I did have a tired ass day.
Get in the mirror and say, like,
what?
Do it.
There's so much more I could be doing, and and like even social media, it's like there's 2 different ways you can look at it. You can be like, man, he has a Ferrari. I don't have one at 20. I'm not worth shit.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, he has one at 20. What am I gonna do to get that? Like, it's a 50-50 coin depending on your personality. But I think that's pretty much. But also too, like, we're just like, nah, man, what are you doing, dog? Like, we always do that.
I mean, there's definitely, you know, that's our timer. We're going a little bit over time, but you know, it's totally all good.
Yeah, that one's good right there.
But you know, just to kind of wrap it up, I guess one more quick question. I mean, on the topic of, you know, your sort of habits and things changing as you get older, do you think that your creative projects have increased as you've gotten older, or the things you work on have kind of evolved as time has gone on? I mean,
yes.
From my perspective, that's what it looks like. I mean, you've always been creative, but it definitely seems like now there's more on the plate, bigger projects at hand, and that might also kind of result in a different schedule, different things going on. But yeah, do you think you've evolved a little bit?
Yeah, it's like now that we're both like getting older, because like when I was younger, I look back at my catalog, I'm like, damn, this song was good. Like, why didn't I drop it? Mm-hmm. I was always like, well, I need something to finish it. Mm-hmm. And it never got finished. And so now that I'm older, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, just drop it. It doesn't matter. Just drop it.
Yeah.
And Rick Rubin said it. He said, you posting or dropping or releasing your art or whatever in any way, shape, or form, that's the first step of you chasing your dreams. Even if 2 people look at it, just do more and more and more and more and more. And another thing I'd like to say was that my dad told me. He said, the more you put your ideas in the world, the more room you have in your head for new ideas. Because if you keep those same ideas in your head and you're not putting them to the world, then you're just like bunching them up in your head and you're not getting it out. And so all these new ideas that are waiting to flow into your head, they have no room because you have all these old ideas that you never got out of your head. So I think that's how I look at that.
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, man, I mean, I guess just one quick thing to end on really quick. If you had just one quick thing to say to the younger generation of creative individuals, what would be your, thing that you would tell them? We did talk about, keeping going. There's a little bit of a benefit to, in some senses, degrading yourself a little bit, be hard on yourself.
Be hard on yourself.
Be hard on yourself. Yeah, I mean, but what would you tell them real quick?
I would say, don't overthink yourself. That's literally what anxiety is. You overthinking yourself, but it's a double-edged sword. There's people that want to respect everybody so much because they care about so much that they prevent themselves from blossoming. And that's what gives them anxiety, because they're like, they're afraid to be themselves. Right. They're afraid that their friends might hate it. And yeah, your friends are gonna fucking hate it. Your family's gonna fucking hate it. But I've had so many compliments of people I don't even fucking know. They're like, yo, I bumped your song fucking 10 times today. Oh, I love that picture you posted. Oh, that model that you worked with, I fucking love that. Yeah. I'm not hearing that shit from my friends. They're just like, yeah, it's a cool picture. Yeah. But from that random person, it's nice to see that your work was noticed, and you just have the same respect for them too as well. And that's why I really don't diss on anyone too artistic sometimes. Everyone's in different lanes. Someone's might be over here, someone's over there,
different time frames, different things going on.
But we've all gone through the same fucking path of learning a skill. That's pretty much it. So yeah, just don't overthink yourself. And it's easier said than done, but the quicker you learn it, the better. I think that's it. Yeah.
Totally, man. Well, we're running out of time, but appreciate you coming on for episode 1 of the podcast. Really happy to have you here, man. And hopefully we can do some check-ins down the road, just see how things are going, man. You're really inspiring a lot of people, and I think you're doing a lot of great stuff. Yeah. So happy to have you, man. Thank you so much.
See you, bro.
All right, man.
Peace out, guys.